I'm Lisa Miola. Welcome to Just Yoga. For the next few sessions, we'll be discussing yoga and how it corresponds to making our chakra systems stronger. Before we get started, I'd like to suggest that you get your blocks, a dense pillow, or maybe some fat books, as we will be using this as well as the chair to raise the floor up. Also, if you have a strap, a long towel kind of rolled up, a belt or a necktie, I recommend you get one of those as well. So feel free to pause this video and go get something. Excellent. So the chakras describe the energy systems that exist within all of us and are represented by spinning wheels going from the color red all the way up to the top of the head in a blazing white. So a rainbow is usually associated with joy or politics or Skittles, but for us, they represent different energy systems. So the one we're going to work with today is the root chakra. The root chakra. So that's the one that makes us feel grounded and safe and secure. It is represented by the color red and the mantra, I am. A mantra is just a phrase that you say repeatedly at certain times during your yoga or meditation that helps you feel at ease and at peace. So without further ado, let's get started with our root chakra. We'll start in our mountain pose, feet planted firmly on the mat. You can raise up all the toes and gently plant them just like little roots onto your mat. They're hip distance apart, so you have a little bit of space between the feet. Shoulders are over the hips. Ears are over the shoulders. Hips are over the knees, which are over the ankles. And just settling in to this mountain pose, bringing the head up and back, gently closing the eyes, and just doing a mental scan, seeing how this mountain pose feels today. The weight is evenly distributed between the feet. And just taking nice, even breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe trying to even it out, counting to 3 or 4 on the way up and on the way down. And the next time you inhale, I'd like you to hold it. For a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Big open mouth. Exhale, open up the eyes. Excellent. So let's start warming up the body with some side leans. Bringing in the feet a little closer together and sweeping up the left arm. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Nice and slow, nice and smooth. Last one here on the right. And then opening the feet, a little wider feet at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And bringing the arms out like we're a giant letter X. Beautiful. Little bend in the knees, bringing the elbows towards the hips. Warming up those inner thighs. Shoulders. Looking towards the ceiling, but not at the ceiling. Last one. Coming back to standing. And moving into our sunflowers. So softening up the knees, arms, palms face up, and we're going to sweep this circle down in front, hinging at the hips all the way up, big circle. And swapping the cross in the front. Now the body's really getting warm, right? Flat back. And again, staying grounded in our feet. Last two. And bring the arms down and heel toe the feet in. Nice. So as always, we have our chair nearby, so that helps raise up the floor. And again, I have some blocks nearby as well. So it's entirely up to you, or you can have two chairs. So you'll need something on the side and maybe something at the top, okay? So I'm just gonna leave my chair here. I'm gonna come to the top, and maybe I'm gonna use my blocks today. Good. So let's start with our half series. We've done this before, okay? So inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So I'm touching my tall blocks. Inhale, halfway up. Hands go on the thighs. Back is energetic and long. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together at the heart center. You're doing wonderful. So now we're going to step back, bird of flight. Just a nice simple step back. Left foot and right foot, and bring it forward. Nice and easy. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. going to add some cactus arms to that. Left foot, right foot. Beautiful. Adding a little bit of dimension to our flow. Coming back to the top. And let's take our series now. And we're going to add our warrior one. So inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back with the right foot, not a big step. And we're going to come up on the thigh. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Knee stays over the ankle. And sweeping up the arms into our warrior one. Breathing. Stepping forward, coming into mountain pose, and then sitting back into our chair. Hands are on the thighs, bottom pushes back, knees stay over the ankle. Breathe. Sweep it all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, left foot. And again, bringing up the hands onto the thigh on the right into our warrior one on the other side. Checking yourself, keeping that knee over the ankle, tracking towards the pinky toe. If your shoulders are getting a little exhausted, we can open up into cactus or hands on the hips. Your practice, your choice. Stepping forward into mountain and then sitting back into chair. So we can extend those arms if your practice allows for you to do so today. Or you can keep the hands on the thighs. So this is our root chakra. So this is the energy and the thoughts that we're using today. Imagine you're a tree grounding into this mat, grounding into the floor, the earth, and sweep it all the way up. And palms together. You're doing well. Okay, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. So we're going to step back with that left foot again, really far back, and we're going to move into our warrior two. So coming up. So notice the knee. If I'm able, or if you're able to move that knee beyond the toes, this is very telling. So that tells me you could give yourself a little more space. So bring the hands to the hips so we can focus. Let's push this knee back and then heel toe that other foot back a little bit. That settles in quite nicely. Yes. And looking over the middle finger, breathing into this warrior two. Straightening up the leg and moving so that the feet are aiming towards the corners of your mat. So I have my chair nearby, or you could have your blocks, a second chair. however you decided to set up. I'm going to just move it a little bit closer and making sure it's centered near me. So we're going to do our forward fold. Again, the whole time concentrating on rooting, feeling strong, feeling safe, feeling stable in our practice, our root chakra practice. So soft knees, hands on the hips, inhale, hinging at the waist. Finding your chair, your books, your blocks, and just hinging towards that chair, towards that top of the block or book, and just settling in. If you'd like to extend the knees a little bit, that's fine, but not necessary. Ooh. So we're going to bend the knees a little bit more and nice and easy coming up, up, up. Take your time so we don't get dizzy. Hands on the hips and straightening out the knees. Excellent. So I'm going to turn my back toes straight and come into my warrior two on the other side. So again, I notice while working in my forward bend, my knees are going beyond the toes. I'm going to back it up, scoot this back foot back a little. Oh, excellent. Now I feel a little bit stronger and stable. Extending the arms, looking over that middle finger. So straightening up the leg, hands are on the hips. And again, bringing the feet to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, softening the knees ever so slightly and moving into a second forward fold. And nice and easy, we're coming up, up, up. Hands on the hips. And then maybe heel toeing the feet back together. And then we're back in our original mountain pose. So let's pause for a minute, just like we did at the start. And take a minute to check in, see how we're feeling. Close the eyes, relax the shoulders. And then blinking, open the eyes. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to put all of that good stuff together in a flow, maybe one or two times on each side. So I'm going to swap my chair and my blocks, just so you get an idea that it's possible to do at every angle. Okay, so inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into my warrior two. Nice big step back. Heel toe it back if you need to. Looking energetically over those middle fingers. Breathe. Hands on the hips, straighten out the leg, and then take a half a step in with that back leg. Torso faces forward, moving into our warrior one. Same deal, knee is over the ankle. Both feet are firmly planted on the mat. Heels are down, toes are down. Stepping forward into our extended mountain. Take a breath. Sitting back into chair. Breathing. Coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back, other foot. Coming into our warrior two. Again, looking energetically over those middle fingers, making sure you have a good, strong stance. Feel a nice stretch on this inner thigh. Bringing the hands down to the hips, straightening out the leg, and just taking a little step forward, toes facing forward, moving into that warrior one. So I don't know how your shoulders are feeling. Again, you can keep it a cactus, hands on the hips. Maybe you'd like to lace the fingers. That really makes me feel like a warrior. And breathe. Stepping that back foot in and sitting into our chair. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, palms together. So now I'm going to step back with the left foot, and we're going to open up the legs nice and wide. I'm only going to do this forward fold once as a demonstration with the blocks, and then we're going to move down to the floor. So I'm going to move these blocks a little closer. Good. So again, toes are at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Hands on the hips, soften the knees, hinging at the hips. Hinging, hinging, hinging. Finding our blocks, our books, our hard pillow, and just keep hinging until your body tells you to stop. So you can follow my voice, but listen to your own body. So we're going to come up to a flat back, heel toe the feet in. And nice and easy, just coming down into a seated position. So using the chair and getting ourselves down. Excellent. So how did that feel? Does that make you feel grounded and strong? Any warrior pose for me always makes me feel incredibly strong and powerful. So I really, really enjoy the warrior poses. Okay, I'm going to move my chair back a little bit. I'm going to extend my leg to the side, taking this right one in towards the groin. And I'm taking my strap, my towel, my belt around the ball of the foot. And we're as tall as we can be. And this is not to pull ourselves down. This is a guide, okay? We're going to reach up this arm, up and over, and we're going to side lean towards the foot. Now, if your shoulders are cranky, you can put your hand on your shoulder or on your hip. But again, this is a side lean, not a side pull, okay? And it's more about this than this. This is like the sprinkles on the cupcake, right? The frosting on the cupcake. And maybe looking towards the ceiling or forward, not even looking toward the foot. I want you to feel the side lean, not look to see how it looks. I don't want you to look to see how far you've gone. I want you to feel how grounded you are. And every breath, maybe you melt a little more. Inhale, coming all the way up. So why do we use the strap? In a former life, I used to run. My hamstrings are extremely tight. I could try to scrunch, grab my foot, but it's going to pull me out of the sweet alignment that yoga is all about. So the strap is a tool. It's not because I'm a beginner or I'm weak, insufficient or inadequate. It's a tool. So please never think that using blocks or straps make you not a good yogi. You're the best yogi ever. Let's take that other leg into the groin. Taking the other leg out. Wrapping your strap around. Getting as tall as you can, maybe moving the flesh of the buttocks out of the way. Getting as tall as you can. Using the arm if you'd like. And again, leaning toward the foot, not reaching, leaning, looking up at the sky, maybe closing your eyes, imagining getting all the energy from the sun, absorbing, making it part of you, strong. Warm, glowing. And inhale, coming all the way up. Excellent. So let's lean forward, coming onto all fours and making our way up to standing. And doing a little bit of balance. So if you could guess any pose that we would do, what do you think it would be? See, you would think it would be warrior 3, but no, I'm going with the roots. I'm going with grounding. I'm going to go with tree pose today. So we're going to bring up that foot towards the inside leg. So that could be here. That could be on the floor. That could be up here. It doesn't matter. And we're going to breathe. And it's okay if you move, because again, this is a practice, not a perfection. Maybe grow some branches. And coming out. There are some days I can be in tree for a minute And other days, like today, not so great. But again, it's a practice. So other foot, we can start with the toes on the floor next to the foot, and then bringing it up and breathing. Pushing into the ground, getting tall. Branches, growing our branches. And then coming out. Awesome. So let's make our way down to the floor, and we're going to come into our tabletop position. So inhale, exhale, inhale halfway up, exhale, forward fold, and coming down one knee at a time. Good. So again, I'm just going to move this out of the way. So we're going to do some abdominal work because our abdominals don't just keep us looking lovely, but they also keep us strong, upright, balanced, and that is what we need for our future. So no matter what stage of life you're in right now, your abdominals are key to a tall, balanced, beautiful body. So we're going to go in a plank pose, but we're going to do a modified plank. We're going to come onto our forearms, maybe clasp the hands, bringing the feet back, toes in the mat. And we're going to stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the knees, 1, 2, 3. Lift the knees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop them, 1, 2, 3. Keep the abdominals tight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the knees, 2, 3. Keep it going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop it, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next 5 are all you, okay? So up for 5, down for 3. Last 2. Last 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Let's open up the knees and push all the way back into child's pose. So now I'll ask you to come down on your abdomen, stretching out the legs and laying down on the forearms. So as I said at the top of the class, the root chakra, the mantra is I am. So as we spend these last few moments in our Shavasana, think about your own mantra. Maybe I am. Maybe it's just I am. Maybe it's I am strong. Maybe it's I am beautiful. Maybe it's I am a good cook. Whatever it is, let that be your mantra for the next few moments. So we'll bring the forearms over one another and resting the forehead. Even breathing. maybe if the mantra isn't working for you today, maybe thinking of all the wonderful red things in your life. Maybe a red apple, a red rose, red lipstick, red potatoes. Bring to the mind anything red that brings you joy. When you're ready to move along with your day, just start to bring some awareness back into the room. You bend the knees and sway them side to side like windshield wipers, very gently. Bringing the feet down, maybe rolling onto one side into a fetal position. Just feeling re-energized, reborn after this practice. Gently blinking open the eyes and pushing yourself up with this top hand, moving into a seated position. Bringing the palms together. So I hope you were able to come up with some mantras, some I am statements. I am grateful for this body, for this practice, and for you. I bow to each and every one of you with love, joy, and gratitude. Namaste. I'll see you next time.